Good morning, little ones. Let's begin Chapter 6, Safety and First Aid. All of you have seen an accident happen. What is an accident? An accident is an incident that happens due to carelessness, but the result caused is damaging. If we are careful, we can prevent an accident from happening. As the saying goes, prevention is better than cure. We can prevent an accident, a fire accident, from happening. Now, the things that you need to follow are: don't leave candles, incense sticks, grills, or other open flames unattended. Use halogen lamps near curtains or other combustibles. Do not leave cooking appliances unattended. Do not smoke indoors or on bed. Do not tamper with smoke detectors. Do not use elevators during a fire evacuation. Do not play with matches and lighters. Do not wear nylon or polyester clothing while cooking or bursting crackers. Do not switch on or off an electrical appliance in case of a gas leak. Do not use water to put out an electrical fire. Do not use water to put off a fire caused by kerosene, petrol, or cooking oil. We have just learned how to prevent a fire accident from taking place. Things you need to do. While setting off crackers, make sure an adult is nearby. Wear cotton clothing while cooking or near fireplaces. Keep the gas cylinder's valve closed when the stove is not in use. Open the doors and windows in case of a gas leak. Check your electrical wires, appliances, and connections regularly and replace faulty ones. Keep your first aid kit ready. If a person is on fire, wrap him with a rug or a coat and roll him on the ground until the fire is out. Shout for help, but don't run around. Running makes the fire burn faster. Know your local emergency number, or else stick the emergency numbers on your refrigerator. Learn how to use a fire extinguisher. Use sand to put off electrical fire. A fire extinguisher can be used to put off an electric fire or fire caused by petrol, kerosene, or cooking oil. Use water to put off a fire caused by paper or wood. Now, let's study first aid. I'm sure all of you know that first aid is the help given to a sick or injured person until full medical treatment is available. The do's and don'ts in that interval before the medical treatment is given can make a lot of difference between life and death. In case of major accidents, the first aid given during the first hour has saved many lives. Now let's talk about burns. Many things can cause a burn. Some of them can be steam, fire, hot liquids, when you come in contact with hot surfaces, exposure to sun, etc. The other causes include exposure to chemicals such as cement, acids, or drain cleaners. There are certain do's and don'ts for a burn. To start with the first aid. Rinse the burn with running water until the pain subsides, but don't use ice or ice water because it may cause a nerve damage. Don't Put butter on the burn to soothe it. Treat the first-degree burn with antiseptic ointment and loosely cover it with a gauze. Don't burst any blisters. It may cause an infection. Do seek immediate medical attention for second or third degree burns. Give the patient a lot of water to drink. What are the first aid given for cuts and bruises? In case of a small cut, wash the wound with an antiseptic soap and plenty of clean water. If bleeding continues, use an ice pack wrapped in a wet cloth and put it on the cut once for every 20 minutes. Apply an antiseptic cream and cover it with bandage. Use Band-Aid. It seals the wound and may promote faster healing and lower infection rate. A tetanus shot is needed for cuts and other open wounds. It is safe to give a tetanus shot within 3 days or less. Now let's talk about fractures. What is a fracture? A fracture is a broken bone. The first aid for a fracture is do not move the injured person. Keep him lying down. Apply ice to the site of the fracture. Approach the situation with a cool head. Do not attempt to realign a broken bone. Do not feed the patient with food or fluids. Make sure a splint is used to immobilize the injury. Now, let's study about sprains. What is a sprain? It is a twist of the ligament at the joints like the wrist or the ankle violently so as to cause pain and swelling but not dislocation. What is the first aid given for a sprain? Use an ice pack on the sprain for every 20 to 30 minutes, every 2 to 3 hours. Wrap the sprain lightly with an elastic bandage. Elevate the sprained area higher than the heart when you are lying down. Do not let the joint to be moved. Use splints to immobilize the sprained area. What should be done in case of animal bites? All of us know animal bites can be very dangerous. Sometimes up to 5 million people are bitten by snakes every year. Dog bites account for tens of millions of injuries annually. The highest risk is among children. Rabies is a significant health concern, following dog bites, cat bites, and monkey bites. What is the first aid given for animal bites? Wash the wound immediately with water to flush out the animal's saliva. Cleanse the wound for at least 5 minutes with plenty of soap and water. Then cover the wound with a dressing or a clean cloth. Consult a doctor as soon as possible. The doctor may give some injections to prevent rabies. In case of a venomous snake, do not allow the victim to move because this will increase the speed of the spread of the venom. Keep the wound at or below heart level. Apply a constricting bandage. Never use the band around a joint. The band must be at least 1.5 inches broad and it should be tied 2 to 4 inches above the bite. When it comes to nosebleeds, why do nosebleeds happen? Nosebleeds can occur due to an accident, irritation, dryness, allergy, cold, or heat. The first aid given to nosebleeds are pinch the flesh part of the nose and sit quietly for 10 minutes until the bleeding stops. Thank you.